Shalom. My name is Yehoshua ben Avraham, formerly Michael O'Donnell. I'm an American citizen. I live in Jerusalem. And this is a comment on Christopher Hitchens, authors at Google. And Christopher, you repeated again and again and again that you've had no answers to your challenge. You have to name for me a statement made by a religious person that couldn't be made, etc., etc., etc. The answer to your challenge for the 50th time, maybe 51 by now, is, quote, "The truth is the information that never changes, parenthetically in finality, close parens, changing, parenthetically in intentionality, close parens, end quote." I'll repeat it. The truth is the information that never changes, parenthetically, changing, parenthetically in intentionality, close parens, end quote. That's the answer to your challenge, Chris. I'm a religious person. I've made that statement. And I challenge you, make it if you can. And when you do, I will explain to you the paradox to the limited dichotomy access in terms of identity resolution, which happens to be the central technology of the new cognitive behavioral science first principle receive it to give, that happens to be also the central organizing principle of the new post-collapse east-west convergence model of the post-collapse of the local reality globally. I am the didactic scientist that first observed this globally 18 years ago and have since confirmed it. And when you speciously claim and duck the questions of these young impressionable people of what comes to replace a religion if we follow and believe in your specious arguments, and you give them nothing, you give them an empty bucket, and you say this is superstition and it's empty and it's devoid of content. Well, let me ask you about the God of the cosmos that you don't believe in, who happens to be the God of humility, in fact, of extreme humility. In Bell's theorem, the non-local reality is confirmed by his recognition of the inequality of the quantum theory. What say you, Mr. Hitchens, about the God of the cosmos, the humble God, in respect of this phenomenon? What do you understand about action at a distance, and the God of the cosmos, the God of consciousness and science, the very subtle, the very humble God, the very patient and loving God, the omnipresent God? And with all of your specious, ignorant, stupid arguments about abuse and all of the, you go on ad nausea, about all of the extremes of church and religion, and how genital mutilation, child abuse, suspicion, etc., etc., the extremes of man and mankind's exile, and you hoist this rag up as your banner and you throw it at the feet of organized religion, and you say the root of all evil, and I'm convinced the root of all evil in the world is religion and organized religion. Christopher Hitchens, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. The root and source of all evil in the world is the exile of man and mankind, and I'll even speak to that more specifically for those who are not religious. It is the separation of the individual from his authentic self, and this characterizes the pre-modern modern era, and the collapse of the local reality for the secular means now the ascent to postmodernity, and the inhabiting of the quantum reality, and the cognitive behavioral science first principle of the solutional model of both east-west models that have collapsed is the convergence model of Humanomics, and its ethics and morality converge. Anthropological humanisms and traditional spiritualism, and provides answers to these young people. You provide empty buckets with holes in them. Christopher, you're flaming massively for attention. You're spinning and you don't know what you're talking about. Organized religion is not to blame for all the evil in the world. The angry little boy inside of Chris Hitchens, who is angry and attacking and says I'm an atheist and it's a moral necessity to be an atheist, and look at me, I'm really above and beyond and I understand more than you do, and it's really so sad how ignorant you are to believe in God and with all of your superstitions and listening to all this rubbish. And Christopher, you got to climb down from the roof. Children, come down from the roof before you hurt yourself. Christopher, you don't know who you are. You're flaming for attention. You're not identity resolved. You haven't a clue what the quantum reality, the collapse of the local reality is and its relationship to the quantum reality and the ascent. You do not know the fundamental differentiation between the local and the non-local phenomenon. You do not comprehend the significance of the Bell theorem and what it provides in the way of confirmation of the God of consciousness, the God of the cosmos, the God of science. You run a specious, very, very extreme epistemological relativism type argument, and you spin and you put in every ism in the book, and you've got an answer for everything, and you haven't got an answer for anything. Because, Christopher, at the end of the day, you've got a problem, and that problem is you're angry and you're in denial, and you're in denial of the collapse of the local reality in your life. And it happened many years ago, about 38 years ago or whatever it was, to be precise, in a personal tragedy in your life, and you're running away from it ever since, and you're angry and you're attacking and you're blaming God. Well, God is not to blame for your exercise of free will and your misuse of your gift of intelligence, and your rationality is specious, and your materialist, humanist rationalisms are equally specious, and your heroes and your Dawkins, and I'm not impressed. Let me give you an example. There are hundreds, in fact there are thousands of religious Jews who've been learning the Torah all their life, and they're not narrow and ignorant and stupid as you say. And you would never dare to bring your specious, ridiculous arguments into Israel and into Jerusalem, because they would laugh you out of the community, because they understand the breadth and depth of your folly and the speciousness of your arguments, and they're extremely intelligent and educated and literate, and many of them are scientists, and you know bloody well that the God of the cosmos, the God of science, not only exists, the proof is in the collapse of the local reality. It was first observed 18 years ago, and it's been since confirmed by events. And subsequently it is confirmed by Bell's theorem. However, thirdly, and most significantly, it is confirmed by the thousands of years of the faith of Israel and the God of the cosmos. It's been vindicated. And the tragedy is that your tradition, which comes from the yuccas, from your mother, had you been brought up in that tradition, the gift of your education and development would have achieved very greatly for man and mankind. It is now something very different. Having said that, a personal comment: you have a fundamental need that you're unaware of, and you should not be arrogant. You have need to participate in a minyan, to say Kaddish for your blessed mother's memory, and to return to your roots, and to learn and to comprehend the existence of the living God and all that it means, and to be humbled before the God of humility, the God of the cosmos, the God of Israel. He not only exists, he's loving and patient, and all of your specious accusations are utter rubbish and ridiculous. Anyway, we love you from Yerushalayim. We wish you Kabel B'Shem.